Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Thrawn's Revenge 3.2 preview playthrough as the Hapes Consortium. In the last episode, we got attacked on Ethor after having built it up to our double level 4 stations, and Kane decided to be a dick about it. Like, he came in from the PA, but we got a good amount of damage down on him. We still have our ion cannon, and one of our main fleets is coming in now, so I think he's probably in trouble, so we're going to start off with that. And then we will have to build Hapes back, or build Ethor back up to have those defensive stations, because it's probably going to be our northern border still. We'll probably go from here to like Ord Mantell and then build both of them up before we figure out which way we want to expand. But he's going to die, even without a Pathfinder. We'll have to worry a little bit if we end up too close, but it looks like we're not too close. We're in good shape. So we didn't actually do that much damage to him, but he won't have full shields. And our formation is pretty decent. With larger ships being what they are, we can hit from pretty far away. That's part of the reason we don't actually put the ship ranges directly in tooltips, because the thing you're attacking skews the range. So we just got to try to keep our tenders in. The betas aren't going to help as much as the battle dragons, but let's try to make everything attack a different hardpoint. You go turbos.
Standing by. Ready for orders.
You over there. Well, I'll do it this way and then select a couple of them. I kind of wanted them to go as far on the sides as they can. Turbo laser. More turbo lasers. And when it's this far away, it's probably best to do powder weapons now.
Calling for me, sir. Roger that.
Alright, that's going to be a lot of bombs going in. Fighters are being a little annoying in their positioning right now. We might actually be able to make the mouse override smaller on them. I don't know if the Hapen units got hit with that when everything else did. There's basically, you can tell the game how wide around a unit to think the mouse is colliding with it to select it. And with fighters, we usually make that incredibly tiny so that it's mostly the icon you select. But we're just kind of carpet bombing the front of it, so make sure our heroes in particular still have decent shields. You know what? I'm gonna tell you to stop, and I'm gonna tell you to turn. The more we're hitting different hardpoints on this, just the safer we'll be. And with powder weapons running out, the additional damage we're taking is going to drop too. Because ultimately, ion cannons don't do hull damage, so we don't have to worry about ion cannons.
We're drawing their fire.
If we can kill all the turbo lasers first. Nope, what are you doing? You're probably dead. You're not supposed to be that far up. Alright, now that you're in there, you can come back. You've got light turbo lasers. That's probably why you're coming in as close as you are. Yeah, any of the light stuff we won't give as direct orders to. And soon we'll want to send some stuff to hit the engines.
Ready. Going for the engines. We're too close.
to stop it retreating. I didn't want to do that on the initial passes because hitting as many of the weapons as possible is better for us.
No good. I can't maneuver.
But we've really hit its ability to respond to us here.
Scanner contact behind me. They're coming around.
So far, we haven't even needed the fleet tenders. We haven't lost shields on anything. We're about to lose shields on this.
Listen up. That's a hit. Scratch one.
There. You're good.
Listen up.
You're still good.
Taking command. I'm in bad shape. Standing by.
Okay, fighters, go and make sure their fighters stay occupied. Alright, we have lost shields on you. Will Kane be permanently dead after this fight? That's the hope. If he dies, he's permanently dead. If he doesn't die, then he's a problem later on. Okay, keep trying to spread out the damage, make sure it's going for turbo laser hardpoints, all of it.
Got a problem. Ah! Ready for orders. Let's do some damage.
I did think we'd done a bit more damage in the last round than we had, but I'm not going to complain too much. We're okay.
We're drawing their fire. Crossfire.
Okay, you can do power to weapons. You're getting attacked, you can't do power to weapons. You're probably okay to do power to weapons. You're probably okay to do power to weapons. You're not getting attacked either. This one is Osea. It's probably going to be years before I can remember offhand which one's Chelik and which one's Alicia.
I'm in bad shape.
We're wasting a little bit of firepower because everything is kind of going for the closest hardpoint together.
Look out. They're coming around.
But I also don't want everything to go farther into the battle, so...
Reporting in. Look out. We're drawing their fire. Scanner contact behind me. On my tail.
Okay.
Ready for command.
I think we're fine now.
Roger that.
We've lost a few fighters.
Fire.
Partially because they've got the trenchant over here that's kind of just doing whatever it wants, because all of our other ships are focused on the Executor, but maybe we'll send Redeemer over for that. We got the lights on this. Trubas are great for that little anti-light duty we need.
I'll try and draw their fire. Enemy unit disabled.
This is just a preview for what Zinj has to look forward to once we decide it's time to go for Dathomir. I just want to make sure they don't have a hypervelocity gun that we're going to be dealing with on that one.
Flash. My stabilizer's broken. They're coming around.
So we'll probably do some spying first.
Crossfire. Need to break off. I've been hit. I've got him lined up.
Okay, we can do
I've got him lined up.
powder weapons now.
Try not to let one on your tail. I can't hold out.
Should probably finish committing on that.
Try not to let one on your tail.
You've got...
Loosen
Yeah,
up.
you can
Keep your eyes open.
handle that too.
That's it. Scratch one. I can't shake him. Enemy unit disabled. That's it. Scratch one. That's it. Scratch one. I'm in range. Before we're about for another pass, swinging around. No good. I can't maneuver. Got one.
We'll still see a good chunk of the death clone even if the trenchant's gone. Sure, it'll fade into the victory screen, but
Full throttle.
what else can we do?
We're drawing their fire. Hold on.
We just killed X1 on the Ariadu playthrough, so we've seen a Executor death clone. I think that one is an old one, I'm not sure.
Scratch one. Crossfire. I've been hit.
For an assault on one with shields, we'll probably want a few more betas. We did have out of beta here, but that's only one, and Kane didn't really have any shields, so that's his problem. There, we saw a few seconds of Deathclone. Okay, I don't really want to have to hold this fleet here, but I think we kind of do just have to at the moment. Maybe they'll send some ground stuff in, but Kurita, we're building up a bit more. Commodore, we need to build up a bit more. Then we can move these guys out of Commodore. But let's start assembling a fleet over here. Oh, look at that. They did come. Well, Saris, I hope you like being in space, because your body will be floating in it forever. You got powered engines. Oh, we didn't even lose the Bidem on that. Jean d'Arc survived. I won't even let them think they're getting away on this. They're just dead. And to drive the point home, I guess. I should be able... So Rhino did do a ton of Hapen death clones in the last little while. I should be able to pull those files in. I don't think it'll interfere with my save. I don't have it in just yet, but I also don't plan to lose any ships ever. So...
Enemy fighters in range. I've got my approach vector. Agreed to full throttle.
Well, they're all dead. They really thought they'd get the planet. I wonder how the legitimacy situation is holding up for them. I'd like them all to join the Empire. How many planets does Meldrud have out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. They're being too successful in the core. That's something that I want them to not be in once we've changed the map, because that'll be a big focus with point 3 that I've talked about a fair bit in the last few episodes, so I won't go too much into depth there. But we can maybe go and help that along a little bit on Chandrilla. Stop them from attacking us, hit some of the ships they have in the core. A strong empire in the core doesn't necessarily benefit us, but it's either that or we end up doing a lot of small versus small with the Greater Meldrud. Alright, we got Transitory Swarms. We got Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius. Then we'll put your Beta Male Zinj and Betamax in the back with Esmeralda, Isolder in the middle. Magic School Bus. Dragon Tails. Bahamut. Holy Diver. And how are they for fighters in this? They don't have the most fighters. Zinj or Pterodok as a whole doesn't have the most fighters. So maybe USS Solus up front. And Innsbruck. Love it. Field Popper. Sandwich of Death. Orion, my wayward son. And you're not going nowhere. What's the difference between the Hapen playstyle and the Zinj and the Meldrud playstyle? So these Meldrud one is still more quantity over quality, and it's still organized more around the Altor as like a core battleship, whereas the Hapens end up being higher quality over quantity, and they don't have fleets organized around a single backbone ship like the Altor that's like a clear target of kill this one specific ship. Instead, you have like the groups of battle dragons. You have some of the coronals, and they work from there. Thank you, Nacho, for subscribing. So they have a similar small ship focus, but the actual expression of that is fairly different between the two of them still.
Roger that. Target confirmed. Hold on. Look out!
Like with the, I guess with the Star Home is kind of Pender of a slightly larger side, nowhere near really the Altor, but you can, that'd be when they're closest in playstyle. More V19 Torrents, hidden throughout the mod currently. But the main similarity is just that they have smaller ships as their focus.
That's got him. Hold on. I've got him lined up. Someone's on my tail. I've got a pick. Swinging around. I've got a pick. Decrease to full throttle. Watch your six. I've got him lined up. It's as good as gone. Form up. Lasers linked and ready.
And because of like fighter access from the battle dragons and Nova cruisers in particular, the Hapens do tend to have a few more fighters to help cover their stuff. Usually not in the same way that like the Pentastar or New Republic would end up using them, where they're like power projection around the map. The Hapen ones, you usually end up being more fighting closer to your ship, so protection against enemy bombers for your fighters, and hitting larger targets that are able to break through whatever formation is coming for you, or break into your formation. So that's another kind of key difference between the two of them. And in that way, they're a bit more similar to the Ariado Authority in their fighter use. Because Maldrude has like the Imperial 2 carrier, and then other than that, unless you're going for a lot of Star Destroyers, which also don't have bombers, well, they have half a bomber squadron, but their Maldrude can't really use their fighters for as much.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. Stay in attack formation.
So it's definitely the Imperial faction that ends up closest to the Hapens, but still some pretty considerable differences between the two of them.
Stay in attack formation. Rendezvous at Mark 6.1.
Alright. We're probably not going to take this planet, but we should be a bit safer from Maldrude attacks for a little while after this. We're going to just go straight back to, I think this one's from Karita, and try to hold Karita as we build up. Then once we have Karita built up, we'll probably start making some more moves in this direction. If Maldrude and the Empire are like taking planets back and forth from each other, that's fine with me. Like, we might even go up and raid some of the other northern Maldrude planets in the core. Because Coruscant looks kind of isolated right now, Coruscant and Bilbringi. I forget who has Borleus. I think it might actually be Greater Maldrude for that as well.
Rendezvous at Mark 6.1. Keep your eyes open. Attack formation. We are victorious. Standing by. Attacking.
Okay. Yeah, they do have Borleus. I don't want to go up that way. I'd rather go back to Karita and check from there. I don't want to go to Pantolim and then have to go back through Chandrilla to get here. If we get cut off, I'm not liking the possibilities in that. Ooh, a House Thane commander is available. So... actually, I don't know if we're going to be able to see it right now. The patron units are blocking out the sun. We do want to build Ethor or station there. Oh, actually, I should send over Thane or Tachum. Well, Tachum, get the Meridian 3, and then she can come over,
Coordinates received.
take over from there. We've also got the ion cannon on the ground. You are coming back here. Oh, hello. We can assassinate an Imperial leader. That's fine, too.
The enemy is approaching.
I'm not going to overcommit on this. Like, I don't want to risk any losses when we're mostly just going for assassination. Okay, we can assassinate 2 leaders. Which one are you in? Are you in... Yeah, you're in Crimson Sunrise, so I think that's his second phase already. Transitory Swarms.
Reinforcements.
Okay, let's try to keep our Battle Dragons
Reinforcements en route.
in their appropriate groups.
Reinforcements en route.
I don't want to give up our healiness.
Reinforcements en route.
And we want the shield damage from the back. We're not really at 300 pop with this fleet
Reinforcements
yet
canceled.
anyways. And this one does have a Secutor, so... Oh, I should have read those names. Forgotten, killed by Raid Fleet. You're not forgotten, you're right here. And this item up here as well. So let's pop the Neutron just right there.
Reinforcements canceled.
Taruba...
Reinforcements
I need to
canceled.
actually have them jump in. There we go.
Targeting at maximum firepower.
Okay, we'll focus on that with you, but this needs to go for that Pterodoc.
Ready for orders. Going for the laser.
And we'll be able to send the bombers in for Kosh.
Boarding in.
'Cause I don't think we're going to need the up-close defenses that I was talking about with this one. You can start working on
We're too close.
the Vindicator.
Try not to let one on your
Alright,
tail.
stay on that. And bombers, I do want you going for Triton.
Calling for me, sir.
Their power to weapons right now is a bit of a problem.
Waiting order. Encountering resistance.
We can't protect the Neutron as well.
I copy. That's it. Scratch
But I think if we can
Targeting at
set everyone on max... You go on max. Who's actually shooting you? Like, I think the power to weapons is mostly done on it. And Pterodoc is going to take a lot of damage from this while that's... the ability's up. Alright. We want Holy Diver to take out the VSD.
I'm in range. That's got him. Firing.
We're kind of trying to use our shields as a resource here. Alright. There we go. There's one Pterodoc brother down. No Secutor. I don't know why I said a Secutor earlier.
Yes, sir.
I was afraid of fighting a Secutor, though.
Listen up. Look out.
Alright. I didn't use your shield ability earlier, but I'll make you feel better by using it now. There we go. Double Pterodoc, double death.
Stay in attack formation. All right, draw their fire. Crossfire.
What's the deploy looking ability? So this is an ability on the Battle Dragons that lets them go from using like one hard point to shoot a single target in a single direction, having slightly worse accuracy, but being able to hit a few targets in an area, like targeting a few more smaller things.
I've got a fix. Decrease to full throttle. Got one. Yes, Commander. Decrease to full throttle. I can't shake him. I've got my approach vector. I've got a fix.
If this is what you're referring to.
Attack formation. That's got him. I've got him lined up.
Alright. Now our little Battle Dragon pack can go for the Golan.
Try not to let one on your tail. Ready.
our fighters out.
Move out. Enemy unit disabled. Squadron.
I really do want to get some vision of Dathomir. See if we can hit Dathomir, because I do think going to the northeast is going to be our goal right now.
Swinging around. Standing by. Watch your six. Ready for orders.
Alright, get back in there, fighters.
Look out.
I don't know why I told them to attack that. It's clearly not the most important target right now.
Too slow. Swinging around.
Jason Rise is saying, absolutely loved your faction overview for the Republic. Was wondering if that video series set any kind of release schedule. Not really a release schedule. Once Thrawn's Revenge comes out, I'd like to have one every week or every other week. The CIS one is coming out tomorrow. So for those watching on YouTube, that'll be yesterday. For those watching on Twitch, that'll be tomorrow. So Saturday. I should just say the day.
Try not to let one on your tail.
Saturday, March 19th. Because I've been working on that this week. For the last few weeks, I've been trying to do like one bigger video per week.
I can't shake him.
And I've been alternating the guide videos with the animated videos on Datapad.
Lined up.
So there are a few other topical things that I want to cover that aren't necessarily related to TR or EAWX. So they'll probably not do quite as good as the guides do, but
Increase to full throttle.
I've got my approach vector.
I'm in range. Ready for command.
alright, there we go.
Let's go.
And I am planning to start a Warlord Zinj playthrough this week, this coming week. So there's a poll going on Patreon for which map we're going to play. I think currently From the Ground Up is actually winning that, so we'll probably have a single planet start coming up once a bug gets fixed with that. Having a Hapen and Zinj playthrough going on at the same time, it's fitting. Alright, back to Karita. And Tachun is going to be there. Where do we have a nearby station? Contrum, you want to just build that for us? You go Commodore. Alright. I think I'm going to try to use this as like a response fleet. So, Contrum. And let's see what they've got going on Dathomir. If Zinj is there, kind of scary. If Zinj is not there, though,
Construction
not as
complete.
scary.
Beginning construction.
Let's see. That's actually okay. That's what we're killing next. Zinj isn't there, so is Zinj on Axilla or is Zinj cut off? Let's build you up.
Started.
Did Zinj have something to do with Hapens in the AWX? So no, the book that the Hapens are introduced in, the kind of imperial enemy du jour is Zinj. So the Hapens are involved in killing Zinj, working with the New Republic for that. So there's a lore connection there. But let's see where else we want to upgrade something with that. This is only a Meridian 1. Technically upgrade to the 4 on that. Like, this goes all the way up to the Apelian. We might do the Apelian and a Meridian 2 rather than going all the way to the 3 or 4 on this. Because we do want to save some money. So I think we can get that now. And let's get a few more probe droids.
Complete.
I thought I'd brought over the CIS probe for the Hapens, so that it would at least be a different one. But
Construction complete.
I don't know if someone else switched it or what. Okay, let's check Axilla and
Construction complete.
let's see, what else do we have? We're doing our own little hunt for Zinj here.
Complete.
Boarding on Mandalore is something we want. Is Zinj here? No, Zinj isn't even there. So Zinj is not in this area. Which means Zinj actually has to be on one of these two, I think. Maybe back there, if we're lucky. Never mind, we're not lucky. Oh shit, we're really not lucky. Alright, I think we're gonna leave this episode here. So we are about... The timing on that was very good. But we are about to get attacked by Zinj, so for those of you watching on YouTube, check next time for that battle. For those of you watching here on Twitch, stay tuned, because shit's about to get real. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time.